Hi everyone, I am Margourtarotreader, and today we're doing a personal reading for one of my clients who will represent the sign of Taurus. We have a number of people in question here. We have Scorpios, number of Scorpios, Virgos, and Pisces, and also Leos. Now, let me say thank you for watching my channel and connecting with me. I know that you've been trying for quite some time here to finally decide to get a reading, so I am going to definitely do the best of my knowledge to help you in all that I can possibly do. Now, as you already know, prior to the recording, I channel onto the universe and your spirit guides with your personal information. Throughout the recording, there will be moments of silence because it is when I'm connecting with your spirit guides. Also, when it comes to the predictions, certain predictions can change or allowed to change to an extent. Certain predictions cannot and will not be changed because it is the path that you and the people in question have to take. In reference to the predictions, you have to understand that sometimes they come before, prior, during the time that I predict them, depending on how you connect to them and how you receive them as well. Okay? Now, Arcanos, show me what must need to know. Show me what must need to know for my client. Arcanos, show me what must need to know for my clients. Arcanos, what? Okay. This person is showing up already. I feel that this person is constantly within your thoughts and minds. I feel that you're stagnant. I feel that you can't seem to move forward because you feel that he left you in a balanced kind of situation, like, you know, not looking forward to a steady relationship or even a relationship because of what he has made you go through. Okay? Now, you are the Lady of Pentacles. You are my client, so you come first at all times in the readings, and then I'll see how, as we go along, let's see what is it that I need to say, Arcanos. Yes, of course, just as I was saying. You are afraid to even enter into a relationship. I will say this, that at least you're getting a reading now, and you can see certain things within yourself and also within these other people in questions. But I feel that if you have not done readings before, I feel that you should have done one as soon as certain things happen to you at that time. Okay? Just at least to see how you can start healing. Well, let's see here. I see you here in the very bottom. You are wanting a relationship, but just a bit afraid of it because you feel that someone else can be involved in any relationship that you get into. You're afraid, you're timid of it, but there is one coming your way. There is someone here, someone who rising Scorpio, female, Scorpio, Pisces, or Cancer, who is trying to reconnect with you. But let's see if that's decent. The main person in question is a Scorpio male, but I see someone else here in line for you. Oh, yeah, I do. I do a few, actually. You just consider these males friends. And here's the, well, you are constantly thinking of the Scorpio, is what I'm seeing here. You're constantly thinking of, okay, I see who that person is. The other female. Okay, well, you're thinking that this person came in and ruined the relationship that you had. Yes, that is so true, but I have to say that the one that did the most damage in here is the Scorpio. Okay, because he allowed whoever to enter into their lives. Okay, so it's partially, yes, true, the Scorpio female, but also the other, the male Scorpio. You're very upset with him. You know, he did what he did and he hurt you. He betrayed you in those senses, and I feel that he will get his eventually. Okay? Why? Because when you do everything out of your own goodness, out of your own heart and spirit and mind, and people play with those thoughts, then, you know, karma does take that seriously. The universe does. I think that right now you're too in a negative spirit mind right now when it comes to love, and all these relationships that want to enter into your life are not coming in because you're not willing to accept them, because you're afraid to get hurt. And you're going to have to get hurt at least one more time in order to find true love. That's just the way of life is, okay? You're going to have to. You know, we're not in a perfect room right now. So there will be relationships that you're going to meet people, and they're going to be either married or dating or seeing other people. But they may not know that you might be the one, or you may not know if you're the one, if they're the ones, unless you take the chance. They could be dating 10 people at a time, but when they see you and they meet you, they might decide, you know what, I found the one. And it goes vice versa. You need to allow yourself to give yourself a chance. And I feel that you try it, but then you back away and you just break from every relationship. We have a Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn male coming in here who would like to be in an intimate relationship with you. But you're turning your back away from this. And he comes in here for, he's considered a friend of yours, or will be considered a friend of yours, but I feel that he's already in your life already. And you're turning your back on this person, so therefore he's looking elsewhere, but he would rather date you instead of this other person, is what I'm saying here. And then we have Libra, Gemini, Aquarius, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Now he's coming in. Maybe you're going to meet him around, like if you go to the bank, or around, if you're jogging or walking or whatever within your house vicinity, wherever you live. But I feel that he's not going to be a trustworthy kind of man. I feel that he is seeing someone else at this time. The Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, Sun, Moon, and Rising, and I will push him away. I don't. By the sense of this, I feel that he's a negative. And I feel that you will see that also. And then we also have a Leo, Aries, Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising male here, who you could meet through your family, who you could meet through going through some type of an event, of a family event or a huge gathering, and you can meet this person there. Leo, Aries, Sagittarius. He seems to be quite more suitable also for you, and that will be sometime in the next 3 to 4 months. Now the first spread, it's normally the most current pass to the current next 3 to 4 months. So the energy can come sooner or later depending on how you receive the predictions. Remember that, okay? Let me see here. You did ask about okay, in reference to the last question that you asked, I feel that has been going on for quite some time. So the longer it takes, the less you will have response to it, okay? If you've been to a therapy for that situation, then you can have some money coming in here. It may not be all that you expected, but it will be settling with some, to an extent. I just feel that it's been taking too long, and if you allow it to continue to be longer, the payout will be less, okay? Now, if you did do the therapy for at least 3 months, or up to 6 months, depending, sometimes when you sue these kind of things, circumstances, depending on the injuries, depending on the physical injuries, mental injuries, and also the object, how severe it was, okay, and who did the hitting and whatnot. So I feel that if it has been a very long time, more than 6 months going on here, they're trying not to pay it off. But as the attorney, what's going on here, what's taking so long, and what are the prospects to it, okay? I feel that a payout will be, but it wouldn't be sufficient enough. You know why? Because attorneys always get their fees, 33% plus the doctors get 33%, and you get your 33%, and sometimes they end up packing more. They end up than your share, okay? So I would suggest ask the attorney what's going on here. Why is it taking so long? But again, it also depends on the damages of yourself, you know, and also depending on the amount of therapy that you had, also the testing and whatnot, the severeness of those things. Okay, I do feel that it's a small payout, not what you're expecting. Okay, now let's go with Scorpio, male Scorpio. I will tell you this, that he has been quite happy, you know, in the relationship with this female, the Scorpio female. But I feel that because of what he has done to you in the past is paying off right now on his return here in his intimate life. I feel that he is not in a very good relationship with the Scorpio spouse. I think that they're having problems here because he is jealous of her, that thinking that she could be cheating with someone else, a friend of theirs, is what I'm seeing here. And karma is a bitch. It will take that. I will see him next though, okay? Let's see here. Number 2. I read all your emails, and in number 2, I was a bit confused when you said the family situation here. I think, and I read it over and over, and I didn't see where that family situation came aboard. But let me see here. You are intending to report that. Again, you did not mention to me what that situation is in reference to your family. And again, let me put a pause here and see, just to make sure if I didn't miss anything. I'm pretty skeptical in terms of family issues. Yeah, you only said that you're pretty skeptical in terms of family issues here. In reference to report the situation, I feel that you are wondering, you're wanting to do it in the next, sometime after 3 months, trying to talk to someone here about that. I don't know what necessarily what's the family issue. Maybe you should try to talk to someone first. I feel that you'll try to talk to maybe a male female, a male family member about whatever going on in your family. Again, I apologize because I didn't see that in your email, but report what is what I'm trying to see here. What are they doing that it's unfit, you know? All I'm saying is it is your family, and if it's something that it's illegal, yes, report it. Also, if you feel that you're in danger by any means, then step away from that situation and allow yourself to free that space, meaning move if you must. Okay, I'll leave that in that sense. Now, number 3, you are in number 3. You asked you asked 3 questions in number 3. Yes, you will find a job. Absolutely. I feel that not in the immediate future, probably soon after New Year's. It's again, first spread is as of now within the next 3 to 4 months. But I feel that if you put your effort, it could be sooner, in January. If you truly want to have and succeed and change your pattern and stop being stagnant when it comes to your own self-being, you can find a job tomorrow. If you say to yourself, tomorrow is the day, then I can assure you tomorrow will be the day. Okay, so I feel that if you put your effort, it will take you under 1 month to get a job. Okay, now move. You are thinking of moving. I don't see the move right now. You're not happy where you are living at, or whoever it is that's living with you. You're not happy in that situation. I see that. But I don't see the move right now, okay? I do feel that you're debating on it. I do feel that you're wanting it, but I don't see the move right now as of the next 3 to 4 months. Again, I think that you need to put a list, and you are a Taurus. You're very assertive, and I think that's, you know, the Scorpio has drained you emotionally and took that energy out of you. So you need to be assertive again. You need to have your self-esteem again. So you need to make a list, one by one, what it is you need to do. First is get a job. Second, save. And then after that, after you've saved a certain amount of time, then also, you know, find a way to move. You'll feel better once you do move. I can assure you that, okay? Do some healing cleansing. Right now, what I would recommend is, you know, we're having a beautiful moon coming in on the 2nd. I don't know when it's coming here on Toronto, if I'm not mistaken, that's where you are. But either way, look it up and see when it hits, what time in your town there. Either way, I feel that you need to do 1 white candles, 2 red candles, and put your name inside those candles. Get those little bitty ones. I use them a lot when I do spells and whatnot, because believe it or not, yes, you can use a big one as tall as you want it, but even a small one can take such a large amount of energy, because it is what you put into this that will be manifested, okay? So, and, you know, take a nice warm bath, put some honey in it, put some milk in it, and pray to the universe. Now that we're coming into the New Year's, it is perfect for all kinds of spells and cleansing and whatnot and rituals. So now, tonight, do that. So you will cleanse your soul, your body, your spirit and mind, and also allow the universe to help you, guide you into which directions to go. You're a young lady. You have so much potential and so much to do further down the line. If you wish to get back in college, you can succeed if you like that. If you wish to go back to work or have a job in January, you will succeed in that. So you have to maintain and think positive in all these outcomes. But by that, you need to let go of negative energy, okay? You need to let go of negative energy. You need to let go of this past hurt that this Scorpio has done to you. You know, sometimes we stand strong and we can succeed on that. But sometimes because of the way it happened and it processed in our thoughts and minds, it stays a lot longer. Sometimes it will stay for the rest of our lives, scarves. It can, and it will, but you have to learn how to live with that. And by that, you have to forgive yourself. I need you to forgive yourself right now with what this person has done to you, okay? Let that be the New Year resolution, you know, for you. Learn to forgive the ones that hurt you, but walk away from it as well, okay? Let the universe take care of what needs to be taken care of for that person, and then pray for your own self-being, okay? And as you know, I am straightforward when I see things, when I hear things, when I advise my clients, because it is the best that I feel that you need at that time, okay? And I will talk to you. I don't care how old or how young you are. I will talk to you as I am talking to any of my children, okay? Now, having said that, I hope that you take my advice, because I feel that you need that energy to be switched, to be changed immediately, because you've been holding out for this person for going on a year now, and I feel that it's time. The sooner you start learning to give away from that energy, believe it or not, that's when that energy starts coming in, returning, whether it's for good or for bad. But they always return. When they walk away on their own goodwill, sooner or later, they always return, for good or for bad. Keep that in mind. Let's see here. And then in number 3, you also asked, will you get back with your ex? At this time, no. Within the next 3 to 4 months, I don't see that. I do feel that you watch over his, trying to see if you can find anything out through this about this person, including about his spouse, through the media and whatnot. You know, He does every now and then considers trying to see if he could contact you, but he feels that he hurt you enough that you're not going to take his calls and things like that. I do feel that in 2018 there will be some type of communication with this man. I do sense that. Maybe he's going to know something about you, or he's going to reach out to a family member to get to know something about you, including some of those friends that you have. Now that I mentioned that topic, let me see here. Well, oh, okay. Friends, I mention that topic, and you have a number of questions toward those topics. Let's see here. You know, you want to know something that happened long time ago, over a year ago, and I feel that it's been over 2 years, what you're asking here. And I feel that, should I tell you those things that you need to know? I should, but I feel that, why would you want to have more pain within yourself? Why would you want to linger within yourself? Your instincts are right. And I think that if you felt that this person was and not a trustworthy person, then you should have walked away from this person before he did what he did, because I feel that you had the sense of him doing what he was doing. You were just not ready to accept it, and that's absolutely fine. It's normal. It happens. I've known of cases that people been married. Thank God that you didn't marry this person. People being married for over 20 years, and they feel and they sense that their spouse is doing something, and you know, behold, they've been doing it for a number of years with more than one person, some with one, some with two, you know. But what I hear the most is that they say, I sensed it, I felt it, I just didn't want to see it. And that happens because we don't want to see that hurt, we don't want to see the pain, and we don't want to see how betrayed we are feeling at that time. Okay, so of course I cannot blame you, and I cannot, it's not my job anyways, and it's not up to me. But I do feel your pain, okay? And I understand. And there's nothing that you need to blame yourself for. Could you have done something different, better, or worse? Could have, yes, maybe so. But what's done is done, and it has to be that way, okay? Now, when it comes to your friends, there is a friend that he was with. I think he was flirtatious with a lot of your friends. He was flirtatious with a lot of your friends. He was interested in 2 of them most of all. Is what I'm sensing here. Yeah, he was interested in 2 of those female friends of yours. He liked quite a bit the Leo. He did. He likes her a lot. And I'm not sure if that's the one that he could have contact with. Oh, let's see here. Let me see here Okay. Well, you know, again, he was flirtatious with a lot of your females. He was too friendly. He liked attention. He liked being the center of attention, actually. He did that. That's for sure. But he liked 2 of your friends the most. I feel he was very flirtatious with 1 female the most of your friends. It could have been a Virgo, a Scorpio, or a Leo. I'll leave it at that. Okay? There's 2 that he was very friendly with. But there's 1 that he was more wanting a intimacy with. One said no to him because of, you know, the friendship that you and him had with her. So one, you know, he tried to, like, you know, sweet talk her or comment nice things to her, and she said, hey, you know, no, because I'm friends with so and so. So one did liked it, and she could have gone further with that. I feel it was the Leo. Definitely, he was very attracted to a Scorpio. Absolutely. To one of your friends that is a Scorpio. I just leave it at that. I'm not going to give you names because I don't want you to have more upsetting moments into this situation. I think that you need to put closure and let go. And if you're still around those friends, you know what they say, keep your enemies a lot closer. But in this situation, if you feel that you cannot trust anybody, then it doesn't matter whether or not they were flirtatious with your man. I think that you need to just be uh, more mature and let them go. Okay. Sometimes you have, in order to change your self being, you have to change everything around you, period. Okay. Friends that don't serve you to your benefit, you need to let them go. And if you cannot trust them, if you do not trust them being around your man, imagine when somebody else comes along. Okay, now, number 4. When will you find your true love and happiness? Sweetheart, when you let go of this hurt that you're feeling toward the Scorpio. When you finally get rid of these people, you're going to see yourself in a different light, a different aspect. And I told this to a friend of mine that I've did a personal reading to all the time. And she comes to me for every decision of her life when it comes to the readings. And she was telling me, just as you said, when am I going to find this? When am I going to stop this? When am I going to stop meeting these, men and type of things? And I told her, when you decide to let them go, because you're occupying your energy with these negative people around who are not suiting you right. And I could assure you that the minute that your heart, body, soul, and mind decides to let go of one of these people, you're giving in more room for the universe to grant you what needs to be within your place. So there she comes, and she tells me 3 days later, well, I decided to let go of so-and-so. And I said, okay, so now wait and see what happens. Let the universe, take hands with you. And within 24 hours, unbelievably, she met that person. And I have told her that that person was already in her life, you see. But that she was not seeing it because her mind and spirit and body was taking place elsewhere. And sure enough, it happened. And right now, she is having the time of her life, and she just cannot believe that within a week, her life changed dramatically. And again, it's because you need to acknowledge the hurt, the pain, but also give in to the universe, and also let yourself go, and also forgive yourself from this, whatever circumstances is, whether it's family, love, or any circumstances that are putting you down. You need to let go of those energies in order to find that well peace in mind. Okay, believe it, things will change soon after that. But again, true love first, you need to love yourself in order to find true love. Okay. And happiness comes within yourself when you start seeing yourself rebooting, in other words, rebirthing yourself. Then you're going to start seeing acknowledgement. I do feel that in 2018 you're going to meet more than one person, but you need to allow yourself to get to know this person, date them, get to know them, and have them get to know you. And don't take it as, okay, this is the one. No, just befriend the person, so that way, long-lasting relationships, last longer when you start as friends, believe it or not. Okay. Again, I do feel that there's a friend there who's a Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn, and this is like right on top here. So it's already here, faced in here for you. It absolutely is. It's a Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising male here. And I feel that he's a friend of yours. Okay. And he is already lined in there because it's in the very beginning. Maybe he's dating other people. Maybe, he's out there, but he is doing his life, what he needs to be doing, because you're not seeing that. You're not seeing that person as a relationship kind of thing. But he's there. And again, I feel that we also have a Leo, Aries, Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising here. Keep this in mind. That you're going to consider one of these persons in 2018, but later decide to break up completely from one or the other of these male. Again, because you fall back into this period of feeling like again, you know, I'm afraid to take this leap. I'm afraid to take this relationship to the next step, or I'm afraid to give this person a chance because I'm afraid to get hurt. I'm afraid that Scorpio needs to pay for what he has done to you and let the universe take care of it. Don't let any other person that comes into your life pay for what the other person has done to you. Okay? Keep that in mind, because we all do those same mistakes. We let the next one pay for what the ex has done. Now, number 5. Your friends. You're asking about your friends here again. Your friends, they just felt that he was a little too Mr. Goody Two-Shoes. Your friends thought that he was a big flirt and that he wouldn't be honest with you and truthful to you. Maybe they did say those things to you. I'm not sure, but that's what I'm sensing here about your friends, okay? And when he would, you know, flirt with them or come on to them, they didn't want to tell you because they didn't want to hurt your feelings. I felt that they felt that you knew that. Number 6, does he? I will see the Scorpio in the next spread. I will see the Scorpio in the next spread. There is some kind of celebration here in the next 3 to 4 months happening here. Someone is celebrating a birth of something, or even a commitment here. Okay, maybe a family member of yours. 7. Well, number 7, I have to tell you, I just finished giving you a speech of who knows how long, and it falls right back on number 7. Is it your fault? How is it your fault? He's a flirt. He already had the intentions in his head that he will go back home and do what he did and bring back that other person. And not only that, he was making you think otherwise, and yet he was with someone else. Why would you want to, you know, blame yourself for this? You know, you asked me 2 questions in number 7, and I will say the number 1, it's not your fault. Number 2, he had all the intentions in the world to go back home and see that other person because he left in love